Hello, men. I'm joined by two men today. The two
Hello.
men. Yeah.
Greetings.
Alright.
It's Kiko
Do we say our
and
names,
it's a weenie. Yeah, you can do that. Hello.
Alright.
Okay, today we are doing Eye of Argon. I was about to say Eye of Argonia, but that's incorrect.
That's from Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, a guy called Jim Tice, back in the 70s, liked Robert E. Howard, and he decided to write some himself, and he shat out this horrible, horrible thing that's since been doing circles in, literary shit, where there's party games, where you try to read this horrid mess. And you're supposed to read it as is, spelling errors and all, so before us we have this yellow thing in a PDF that's been shat out on an old typewriter.
Is that a crocodile?
Crocodile?
See, already he's failing in a literary sense because he's repeating the same descriptive word.
That's true.
What, me?
There's a crocodile here that says chode. Is that him?
Joke. No, it's not him.
Okay.
There's a PDF on the internet.
That might be
with it
God
on.
with a GHOD or GAD.
God.
Alright.
I don't think that's him, though. I think that's just
Okay.
extra.
Alright.
Yeah, the PDF, link in description. What we're going to do is we're going to read a bit, each of us. And normally the party game, you read until you're crippled by laughter. Myself being a sight reader, that might or might not happen, so that's no fun. So we're going to read about half a page each, and then we're going to quickly summarize what happened, just to make sure we understood this labyrinthine shit, and see if there's any giggles to be found. Right?
Alright.
Sure,
Right.
sure was not going to be high barbarian antics instead.
There's
don't
gonna be
know.
wenches and shit.
I think there are quite a few wenches in it. No, it's actually only one, I think.
Oh yeah, I forgot his name was Grigar. Sounds good.
Okay, I'm gonna start out with the first little bit here.
Godspeed.
The weather-beaten, the Eye of Argon by Jim.
Does that mean
already
does that mean you
messing it up.
failed? Yeah.
Fuck
yeah.
me. Okay.
Ah,
Does that mean you lose points? Like, how do we
No,
do
I
this?
don't. I don't use any points
he's lost 50
You gotta
million
take off your
points
underpants every time you.
every time. How many
No.
do I have?
Like 50.
already. Halloween, no.
I should have.
We're not playing strip Eye of Argon then.
No. Okay.
I do not want to ever think that is a thing.
Oh, okay. It's disappointing.
The weather-beaten trail wound ahead into the dust-racked climes of the barren land which dominates large portion of the Norogolian Empire. Age-worn hoofprints smothered by the sifting sands of time shone... Is that how you spell shone?
Sean.
Shone
Yeah.
dully against the dust-splattered crust of earth. The tireless sun cast its parching rays of incandescence from overhead. Halfway through its daily revolution, small
It's like
rodents...
somebody fucked a dictionary.
Do you know what?
He
I
just
have
has
to say that this prose is so purple, it's the leader of the Byzantine Empire.
I
I
sort
was
of
gonna go with the
imagine
purple
him
people eater.
like Snoopy sitting there by this really shitty typewriter, but sitting on a massive thesaurus.
Yeah, he
Haven't
starts
even
off,
made it
the
through
Eye of
half-
Argon.
You
It's
haven't
a
even
dark
made
and
it through
stormy
half a
night.
tiny paragraph yet.
Okay, small rodents scampered about, occupying themselves in their daily accomplishments of their dismal lives. Dust sprayed over 3 heaving mounts in blinding clouds, while they bore the burdensome cargoes of their struggling overseers. Prepare to embrace your creators in the Stygian haunts of hell, barbarian, gasped. Prepare to embrace your creators in the Stygian haunts of hell, barbarian, gasped the first soldier. Only after you have kissed the fleeting steed of death, wretch, returned Grignar.
Fucking Grigar.
Grignar, a sweeping blade of flashing steel riveted from the massive barbarian's hide, enameled shield, as his rippling right arm thrust forward, sending a steel-shod blade into the hilt, into the soldier's vital organs. The disemboweled mercenary crumpled from his saddle and sank to the clouded sward, sprinkling the parched
Wait, I have a
dust-
question.
Well, yes?
So did Grigar here just sort of walk up and stab him, and the guy was just like, yeah, by all means? Or...
I think they're all riding horses.
Yeah, so did he sort of... Wait, is Grigar also on horse?
Wait, hold on. 3 mount heaving blind clouds.
I don't think Grigar is.
We will work it out as we go along.
They just
Oh.
horse up to him and then he stabs a
Yeah,
guy.
exactly, that's what I mean. So he's gonna stab upwards to someone on the horse. So either Grigar is like 8'3", or...
What I like about
That sword is massively large.
I think you'll be seeing this quite a lot in this. Notice how the soldier goes from being a soldier to a mercenary.
Oh yeah, so he did.
This
So
has-
Well, it's just a subset of soldier, you know.
I suppose, but I mean,
no, he needs to level up and get to soldier.
I think he sat there with his thesaurus and then did that.
So, carry on.
No. The disemboweled mercenary crumpled from his saddle and sank to the clouded sward, sprinkling the parched earth with crimson droplets of escaping life fluid. Nice. Does anyone else want to continue? Life fluid. I assume this is blood.
I could continue if you'd like.
Go on.
The enthused barbarian swiveled about, his shock of fiery red hair tossing robustly in the humid air currents as he faced the attack of the defeated soldier's fellow in arms.
Hold on.
Damn you, barbarian! Shrieked the soldier as he observed his comrade in death.
Wait. He's a soldier again now.
Yeah, he's a soldier
This is a
again.
different soldier. This is a different soldier. The first one's dead.
So there's two soldiers.
There
in the
are
mercenary.
multiple soldiers here.
I think also your brain is slapping past plaster onto this fucking crumbling ruin of literary work. Look at this shit. Did it say swiveled?
Swiveled.
Swiveled.
Fine.
The enthused barbarian swiveled.
There you go.
He's using his carousel skill.
Anyway, a gleaming
Sorry.
scimitar smote a heavy blow against the renegade's spiked helmet, bringing a heavy cloud over the accordion's misting brain.
Wait.
Shaking off the effects of the pounding blow to his head, Grigar brought down his scarlet-streaked edge against the soldier's crudely forged hauberk.
Wait.
Clanging...
Wait. So is this about his hair again? Because he's got fire.
No, the scarlet-streaked edge, the scarlet is implying blood.
Yeah, his
Wait, so
bloody- his
Grignar's just a
bloody sword.
massive ginger dude?
He is
No.
Yes,
The
also,
scarlet
yes.
streak. The scarlet streaked edge is his weapon in that case.
He is
Yeah, but
also-
he's
He's also
So he's
massive.
red. Has he got like red panties on as well?
I don't know. I think we'll get to that.
Oh, okay.
Clanging harmlessly to the left side of his opponent. The soldier's stead, not steed, stead. The soldier's stead whinnied as he directed the horse back from the driving blade of the barbarian. Grigar leashed his mount forward. See, he is riding something.
Also,
As
Oh,
the
yes,
horse-
he is. Yeah.
also notice
As the hoarsely piercing battle cry of his wilderness-bred race resounded from his grinding lungs.
that sounds horrible.
What did grinding lungs sound like?
I don't
Painful.
like two bits of gravel. Also, notice
twirl-
where he wrote horse. That was an I instead of the O originally.
Yep.
High horse.
Yeah.
A
Here,
twirl-
yes.
I was, yeah.
A twirling blade bounced he's actually originally typed harm eastly, but he has corrected it. A
Nice.
twirling blade bounced harmlessly from the mighty thief's buckler as his rolling right arm cleft upwards, sending a foot of blinding steel ripping through the Cimmerian's exposed gullet. A gasping gurgle from the soldier's writhing mouth as he tumbled to the golden sand at his feet and wormed agonizingly in his deathbed.
I mean, it's no
His-
gold orc.
His deathbed appears magically, and
Yep.
he's in it. Also, can you gurgle and gasp?
Why not?
Yeah, I guess it's like...
I suppose.
Exactly. Yeah.
Grignar's emerald green orbs. He has two of them. Let's not talk about his eyes, just the orbs he has. Glared
Is
lust.
this Grignar's boobs or is his eyes?
No, it's his eyes.
There will be no
Glared-
doubt when there's boobs.
Glared
Oh, okay.
lustfully at the wallowing soldier struggling before his chestnut-swirled mount. His scowling voice reverberated over the dying form in a tone of mocking mirth. You city-bred dog should learn not to antagonize your better. Reining his weary mount ahead, Grigar resumed his journey to the Norogolian, really difficult name of an empire, the Norogolian city of Gorzam, hoping to discover wine, women, and adventure to boil the wild blood coursing through his savage veins.
Gorzam sounds like a cheese.
So basically what he's done is these soldiers have gone, we wish to be annoying. And he's like, I will prove how badass and non-Euclidean my sword is.
Yeah.
Oh, we have been killed by infeasible combat.
Yeah, I mean,
This
there was
is-
like 3 of these Mirko soldiers and they all got wrecked.
Yeah, and notice how Grigar is iron-willed. He's a man that does not give up easily.
Bearing in mind,
Cannot tame his wild
bearing
blood.
in mind, his right arm rolls. It's on like a sort of like
Swivel.
ball bearing-y thing. Just goes,
Like
This-
spins.
Grigar has 78 points of articulation in his right arm.
Wait, hold
You know
on.
what's more upsetting?
Did he
Is
actually
you've
kill
got for an
two
entire
people?
page here,
Yep.
you've got like a good 200 odd words and we've managed to accomplish 3 stabs.
Yep. The
Did
best
he
part
kill
is,
all 3?
yes, they're all dead.
Yeah, apparently.
He's leaving the last one to die.
Yeah,
But
he gas gurgled.
unfortunately, Helloween, you need to talk about the trek to Gorzam, which
Yeah.
is
Oh,
now, by
sweet.
the way, Gorzom.
Oh, it's Gorzam, not Gorzam.
He has changed
Oh,
his
yeah.
mind.
There was,
Okay,
another,
we're
there was
now-
another guy doing the signs as they got closer to the city, I guess.
Yeah, he's like, oh shit. Oh, well, I've done it now. Do you know how? All right. The trek to Gorzon was forced upon Grignir when the soldiers of Orin. Oh, cry out loud. Who's
Cern, I
Orin and
think.
why?
Serin? Serin? That's a C.
You sure it's not O?
No,
It's either
I'm
a
not.
very worn O or a C.
I think that's O. Orin sounds cool. I
Okay,
mean,
Orin, then.
Kryn sounds like
Let's just
Kryn
presume-
sounds like something you get as a rash.
Yes.
All right. Anyway, let's go with Orin, shall we?
Sure.
for now
Alright.
until it changes.
Yeah, yeah. Soldiers of Orin were leashed. Leashed?
Yes.
Well, they weren't unleashed on him.
No, they were
Unleashed.
They were
upon
leashed
him.
upon him by a faithless concubine he had wooed. His scandalous activities throughout the Samarian city had unleashed throngs of havoc and uproar among its refined patricians, leading them to tack a heavy reward over his. That's in his head, isn't it? Not Hode.
Yeah, it's just his head,
head.
yes.
He had barely managed to escape through the back entrance of the inn that he'd been guzzling it. So wait, we in there now?
I guess
No,
so.
he's talking about the past and the place he previously was in.
That's what I was wondering. Yeah. So okay, so we're now reminiscing about this inn he was in on his way to Gorzamzon. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
so he's fleeing because he's
He's still fleeing because he caused the ruckus.
yeah, he fucked some lady and then had to
Leg
fight someone. Yeah, I guess.
All right. Okay. As a squad of soldiered. That's a D. Soldiered.
Yes, that's a soldiered. Squad
Okay,
of soldiered.
admittedly, in all fairness, that is next to S on a keyboard.
Yep.
Yeah,
But,
I
but
guess.
the word next to them really is an odd word.
the squad of soldiered pounced upon him. I guess
Yep.
pounced, maybe.
Now, this is like pouncing plus. When you pounce someone, you're in serious.
Hold
they're
on,
in serious
no,
trouble.
2 seconds. Tounced. Is this a real word?
I'm looking. The act of providing a hand job. No.
That's what I looked at. The act of providing a hand job while also double fisting their asshole, braiding their pubic hairs, and cupping each testicle.
I don't think Urban Dictionary is to be trusted with this
I
one.
don't
But
think it is.
I preferred my definition a lot
yeah,
better.
yeah, maybe a bit more PG.
Let's not. Well, that got R-rated quickly. Right. Anyway, so he got tounced, unfortunate for him. After spilling a spout of blood from the leader of the mercenaries as he dismembered one of the officers' arms.
So let me get this straight. He's cut off the officer's arms, and then the leader just spouts blood.
Yes, it seems that way.
Well, I assume the officer and the leader is the same one again. He's once again been deep
No,
in the
no.
thesaurus, and
No,
it's just
one
working.
of the officer's arms.
No, yeah, one of the officers is different from the leader.
Oh wait, no, that could be referenced as the
leader of the
being an officer.
Yeah, I guess.
Maybe.
He
but I
retreated
prefer
to his
my-
mount to make his way towards Gorzon, rumoured to contain hordes of plunder and many young wenches, for any man who has a backbone to wrest them away.
I'm
Okay.
getting the idea Grigner is not a very nice chap.
I think he's a bit of a prick
Yeah, he seems like a bit of a prick.
on accordion.
Oh look, Grigner's not capitalised here, so I guess Grigner's no longer important enough. Arriving after dusk in Gorzon, Grignir descended down a dismal alley, reining his horse before a beaten tavern. The red-headed giant strode into the dimly lit hostelry, reeking of foul odours and cheap wine.
Was that
Wait,
him
does
or the
he-
Does
hostelry?
he reek of it, or does they reek of it?
I don't know.
I think he reeks of it, I think.
Well, he's already drunk before he arrived. Well done, Grigner.
The air was heavy with choking fumes spewing from smouldering torches, one word, encased within Thedan's earthen-packed walls.
So the torches are inside the walls here.
Yeah, they're smouldering torches too.
This is Bethesda that made this tavern.
Yeah, someone's about to
Everybody
fall-
in there right now is
Someone's about to fall to the
suffocating
floor.
on like smoke fumes going.
Hello, I'm Vincent Valtieri.
For fuck's sake.
Anyway, tables were clustered with groups of drunken thieves and cutthroats, tossing dice, ugh,
Ugh.
ugh, or making love to willing prostitutes.
Hang on. The way they've worded that is that it's actually just occupied by drunken thieves, cutthroats, and just
Tossing
dice.
dice.
That's like
The dice occupying
they
tables.
they're just there.
It's one of those experimental playrooms where the dice are massive and furniture. It's like
You know,
this
they
big
got-
fuzzy
well,
dice,
they
these
got, like-
barbarians sitting around on them.
Or they've got like arms and legs and
The
they're sat at
addition,
tables
of,
looking at
the
me.
addition of the word all before the mention of the dice would have really helped there.
I like, you can sort of see where he's corrected it sometimes. Sometimes you see that, what's it, stamp outy liquid, what's it called? White
Yep.
something.
Tipex.
Yeah, and he's sometimes he's removed some words from some letters from a word, and then he hasn't corrected it. He just sent it in, went fuck it, this is good enough. Atlas.
Should I keep going? Or
Yeah,
someone else wanna-
go it, son.
All right. Eyeing a slender female crouched alone at a nearby bench, Grigar advanced, wishing to wholesomely occupy his time.
Nice.
Yep.
The flickering torches cast weird shafts of luminescence dancing over the half-naked harlot of his choice. Her stringy orchard twines of hair swaying gracefully over the lithe, opaque nose as she raised a halved, drained mug to her pale red lips.
Opaque. Not able to be seen through, not transparent. I suppose that...
I mean, I'd be a little
I'm
bit
very
worried
glad that if it's not translucent. I
Can
mean,
you-
Yeah, I'm happy
Exactly.
about
Can you
that.
imagine? You look in the corner, Skeletor with a pair of tits going, nah. Like, "Ugh.
Fuck's sake.
Come
Oh,
along,
no.
Grigar, have a
oh
squeeze.
no, I'm going to be talking to Grigar soon, aren't I? Yeah.
I
Yeah,
shall,
I've got the boniest ass in the West.
I heard how you cleft 3 people in 2 with
Magically.
weird non-Euclidean swords.
How do
You're
you tell
fucking
Uncle
weird,
Skeletor?
Grigar. Nah. Okay, I'll continue here then.
Here we go. Go.
Glancing upward, the alluring complexion... What? Noted the stalwart... What?
Yes, just a complexion that's just there.
Looks at you, she's like, you seem to be very skin-coloured. Hmm.
Yeah, the alluring complexion noted the stalwart giant. Okay, so I think what he's trying to say here is that she's so greasy and shiny that he's reflected in her skin.
He's like, Isaac and Desmond saying, oh, I look wonderful.
Yes,
Or maybe her eyes are not the window to the soul, but the mirror to the soul, and he can see his soul reflected back. And it's mostly killing barbarians and mercenary soldiers that he's encountered.
And hair.
Like,
Lots
All
of
over
hair.
River said he can just see himself in it. He's like,
ah, no, wait, we're about to
Oh, here we
describe
go.
some ovals soon, though.
Alluring complexion noted the stalwart giant as he rapidly approached. Just imagine him
He's
Running
doing-
across the bar.
like shuffles over.
doing that. What's it called? It's actually Olympic sport where you walk really quickly.
Power walking.
Yeah, power walk. Just a faint glimmer sparked from the pair of deep blue ovals of the amorous females as she motioned towards Grigar, enticing him to join her.
Everyone in this world is carrying like a pair of orbs.
Let's say everyone's got like anime eyes. Hello.
Yeah. The barbarian seated himself upon a stool at the wench's side, exposing his body. Save
He
for
sits
a
and
long...
Grigar sits down, like flaps up his like willy drive. He's like, hello.
Yeah.
No.
Oh no,
he's
save
got-
for his loincloth. Sorry, my mistake.
At some point, he had a shield. That's gone now. We'll never hear about that again.
Now, there was mentioned a thief's buckler early in the chapter.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, it's disappeared though.
I think
He's currently wearing it as a hat.
I think he's
No, maybe he
referred
left it
to
with
as
the horse.
he's referred to as a thief because Conan famously was a rogue. I think.
He's wearing it as a hat. You know how the bucklers, they have the
Oh, yeah, nice.
band
Oh,
bit
yeah.
and they have a little...
Oh, so you mean he's
bar.
like Kung Lao?
Exposing his body, save for a loincloth, brandishing a long steel broadsword.
The loincloth is brandishing a sword.
Yes,
It's very
Loincloth is
fine.
armed and dangerous.
He's just stuck it in the front of his trousers and is pretending it's a willy. An iron spiraled battle helmet. Oh, he has a hat. A thick.
Yes,
That's right.
it was mentioned it did deflect a blow.
Oh yes, and a thick leather sandals to
Yes, a
her
single
unobstructed
plural
view.
sand-
What?
A single plural sandal. Have you not heard of them? They're all
No.
over Conan.
Okay, so thou hast need to occupy your time, barbarian? Questioned the female. Question mark after questioned the female. Is it a question?
He's not sure.
But
No
that's
one-
that's because the question mark is meant to be at the end of her sentence, but isn't there, so it's just been put in later.
Or alternatively, the writer is like, I'm not sure if she asked this.
Yeah. What am I writing?
Maybe I should stop.
Only if something worth offering is within my reach, stated Grigar as his hand crept to embrace the tempting female who welcomed them with
How old was this guy when he wrote this?
17.
I'd like to note that we're on like page 2 of this, and it's already page 28 according to the bottom.
Yeah, didn't it come in like a magazine or something though?
I think this is the copy that the people laughing
Fair
at it distributed between themselves.
Fair
So
enough.
this
Carry
is
on.
yeah. Sorry. From where do you come, barbarian? And by what are you called? Gasped the old. Sorry. Where do you come, barbarian? But what are you called?
This,
Gasped the complying
I think the gas
wench.
there might be because of that.
Oh, gasped the complying wench as Grigar smothered her lips with the blazing touch of his flaming mouth. Okay, so
His mouth is on fire.
where do you come, barbarian? What are you calling?
He's just like, he's just like one of those lamp
get the lamp
eagles.
oil and just go, and just set it on fire with a torch.
The engrossed
he hasn't even paid
Titan.
yet.
What?
He hasn't even paid yet.
No. The engrossed Titan ignored the queries of the inquisitive female, pulling her towards her. Pulling her towards him and crushing her sagging nipples to his yearning chest.
That must hurt.
I don't know. I mean, that's really weird having
The word
sagging
there
nipples.
is crushing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's just like.
I was
bear
taken
hugging
aback
her.
by the sagging nipples.
No, I noticed the word crushing there.
And his chest is yearning. I suppose that's somewhat possible. Without struggle, she gave in. That's what without struggle means. Winding her soft arms around a harshly bronzed hide, one word of Grigner's corded shoulder blades, as his
There is
calloused
no
hands...
S at the end of Grigner.
Sorry, of Grigner corded shoulder
So that is now his name. Grigner corded shoulder blades.
Yeah, as his calloused hand caressed her firm protruding busts.
So these like small like statue things that she has. So she has orbs and statues.
Yeah, he's removed the G at the end of protruding.
He has. Protruding.
Okay. Oh god. You take the next line, Damien. Kiko.
You make love well, wench, admitted Grigner as he reached for the vessel of potent wine his charge had been quaffing.
So have they
Flying-
just fucked?
No. He's just like crushed part of her body.
But he's writing a Yelp review without even having been there, I guess.
he just gets like one of those magic markers right on her back.
Yeah. Makes love well.
A flying foot caught the mug Grigner had taken hold of.
Just like a foot comes through. Whose foot is this?
Sending its blood-red contents sloshing over a flickering Cree scent. Lashing
Yes.
tongues of bright orange flame to the foot-trodden floor.
Wait, there's so many foots here. I'm getting confused.
Yep, I know.
I think he might have been out of ink. So no, that makes no sense. There's just a lot of. Sorry.
Remove yourself, sirrah. The wench belongs to me, blabbered a drunken soldier.
Wait, this soldier was so pissed that he threw somebody's foot at him.
Yes,
Yeah.
I guess. Or his own
But
foot.
too far consumed by the influences of his virile brood to take notice of the superior size of his adversary.
I don't buy that for a minute. This guy got described as.
this
Let's
massive-
quote. He got described. Hold on a sec. He got described as a titan.
Yep.
How do you not notice this?
But wait, this titan, Grigner, lethally bounded from a startled female as a titan.
Is he
His
inside
face
her?
lit up to an ashen red ferocity, and eyes locked in a searing feral blaze towards the swaying soldier. To hell with you, braggart! Bellowed the angered accordion as he hefted finely honed broadsword.
Wait,
The
hold on a
stag-
minute. Is Grigner like? It's like first of all, you get like a popping noise, and he comes out and goes like waving Willy around at the same time. Ugh.
Well, no, nothing's actually happened. All
No,
that
he says
happened...
you make love well. They're in the
Yeah,
middle
but
of doing
I
it.
don't think Grigno knows what love is.
No.
Tell
I
me
think
what love
it's
is.
very weird.
All Grigno has done is crushed her nipples.
Yes. I
That is
suppose.
apparently an accordion how they make love.
I guess fucking accordions. It's not spelled accordion like the instrument, by the way, but the way it's written is pronounced exactly like that. So
Yep.
Grigner's not actually an accordion. Well, he is, but
The
not-
stag-
accordion.
The staggering soldier clumsily reached towards the pommel of his dangling sword, but before his hands ever touched the oaken hilt, a silvered flash was slicing the heavy air. The thews of the savage's lashing right arm, once again lashing and on a little swivel thing, bulged from the glistening bronzed hide as his bade, because the L isn't legible there, bit deeply into the soldier's neck, loping off the confused head of his senseless tormentor. With a nauseating thud, the severed oval, again with the ovals, toppled to the floor as the segregated torso of Grigner's bovine antagonist swayed.
Bovine?
Yes.
As in, moo?
Turns out he was a cow all along.
It's just like from The Emperor's New Groove, this guy is a cow in armor. I've been to a new cow, can I go home?
Yes, you can go.
Anyone else?
Nope.
No, we're good.
There we go. Where was I? Then collapsed in a pool of swirled crimson. In the confusion, the soldiers' fellows confronted Grigner with unsheathed cutlasses, because now they're pirates, directed towards the latter's scowling makeup. But now he's wearing makeup.
What the hell?
It's got a dash.
Oh god, he's gonna.
Wait, so Grigner's just like, hold on a sec, he's getting his little mirror out. Hold on, let me scowl my makeup on here.
What the hell? I suppose he's got war paint or something. It's Mel Gibson.
The slut should have picked his quarry more carefully, roared the victor in a mocking baritone growl as he wiped his driping blade on the prostrate form and returned to its scabbard. Have your scabbard back,
Why
blade!
is he slut-shaming a dead dude?
Well, worse yet, he returns he returns to the sword its scabbard. He's just like, here, have it back. Oh, thank you. I'll do one more line, and then it's someone else. Then it's
Weenie.
Halloween's term. The fool should have shown more prudence. However, you shall rue your actions while rotting in the pits, stated one of the sprawled soldiers' comrades. Bearing in mind, there is no end of conversation thing there because it's too heavily faded. But it's okay. Halloween now gets to take on the amazing combat that probably doesn't look like it's going to happen.
Wonderful. Grignar's hand began to remove his blade from its leather housing, but retarded the motion in face of the blades waving before his face.
Why did he sheath it
I would
again?
like to know, sheath the sword when combat
took
was
it back
just
out
about
again.
to happen. This guy is either like a jiu-jitsu master, which is unlikely, or he's just dumb.
I think, yes.
But more importantly, in face of face, before his face. That's just too many faces in one
Too many
sentence.
flying
That's a lot of
feet,
face.
too many faces, and like wiping, driping blades on prostate forms. I mean, this is only page 3.
Yeah. he should've-
Dismiss your hand from the hilt, barbarian, or you shall find a foot. Oh, not bloody feet again.
Yep.
Foot of steel sheathed in your gizzard. Sheathed?
Yes.
I mean, stabbed.
He's literally
He's
using Grignar there
he's gonna wear Grignar. He's gonna get on his horse and like, come on.
Draw your sword.
Grignir weighed his position, observing his plight, whereupon he took the soldier's advice as the only logical choice, to attempt to hack his way from the present. What?
Present.
From his... Is this supposed to be present?
Yes, it's just split over 2 lines.
Oh, is that he's done line break? I'll let him
Yeah.
off that. From his present... I mean, surely you could just line break that and just done present predicament.
That's how you do it, though.
Present predicament, because it only warrants certain death. He was of no mind to bring upon his own
What's the
demise.
X doing up there?
It's left. He doesn't want to.
It's trying to leave. It's just like, no! No!
Seriously. I don't want to be part of this story. I'm a sensible H. He was of no mind to bring upon his own demise if an alternate path presented itself. The will to necessitate his life forced him to yield to the superior force in hopes of a moment of carelessness later upon the part of his captors, in which he could effect a more plausible means of escape.
Suddenly, Grignar has become like master tactician, aka he's gone, okay, now I'm really outnumbered.
Wait, I thought this was just a piss dude getting upset. I'm throwing feet at him.
This is an undisclosed number of pirates with cutlasses
Like,
that were
he's
very
just some
angry that
backhand-
their cow warrior was killed.
Yeah, in a tavern where they can only come at him a few at a time anyway.
Yeah,
I mean-
but like he slayed the bull pirate and now they're upset.
It's okay,
They spent a
Grignar,
page and a half.
It's okay, Grignar. Your codpiece has a sword. You have 2 swords.
It's
I still like
they
to think
spent
it's like-
a fucking page and a half establishing Grignar as this badass who never gets in and is wild and untamed, and now he's just like, fuck it, too many cutlasses.
I will never surrender. There is more of us than is stated in the writing. There could be hundreds of you. I give up.
Oh dear God.
I mean, also he was in the corner of the bar here. I mean, like,
Don't forget, his lips are on fire as well.
It's true.
yeah, and I still think he's probably full master. Just waving
Raging
that
herpes face.
So,
you may have I done this bit? You may steady your arms. I will go without a struggle. I assume that was Grignir saying that.
yes.
Your decision is a wise one, yet perhaps you would have been better off had you forced death. Forced?
Yes.
Like he
Forced death to do
grabs his
what?
mate Death from the corner. Yo, Death.
What's that?
Like, come
what's
here.
that comma
do
doing there,
something.
though?
Look, I'm just here for a drink. Go away.
What's that comma doing there?
He wants out as well.
That comma would be there if he was originally intending Grignar to say more, but Grignar does not say more here.
Yeah, because the soldier's mouth's too busy wrinkling to a sadistic grin of knowing mirth as he prodded his prisoner on with his sword point.
It's poking him. It's like,
Come on, man.
oh god, there's
Remember,
a
he has
picture
a
on the next
bronze hide.
page.
He's not going to harm Grignar with that.
I think the bronzed hide, in first time it was mentioned, was his shield. Now it's not. Now it's just his skin.
Do not worry. There will be a very vague period of time coming up.
Oh god.
All right.
And a picture
That's a great picture. It's like a really young Ming the Merciless.
without eyes.
Without eyes, obviously. You don't need eyes. After an indiscriminate period of marching through the slinking alleyways and dim moonlighted? Rather moonlit? Streets,
the streets
the
are moonlight.
procession confronted a massive seraglio?
Seraglio, I think would be the word.
Anybody? Seraglio?
I think it's Seraglio.
Someone want to check with
look up
Urban Dictionary
Seraglio.
for me?
I'm checking something up. Indiscriminate. There's no. I mean,
A Seraglio is either the woman's apartment, harem, in an Ottoman palace, or a Turkish or Ottoman palace, especially the Sultan's court and government offices at Constantinople. See, my Byzantine reference seems to have come full circle.
Nice.
Thank God for that.
Also, I'd like to point out indiscriminate does not mean just any time. It means done at random or without careful judgment. So they just fucking, it's like a taxi driver just
Grigar marching around for.
gonna go the fucking straight line to the prison. Fuck that. Just gonna ride around.
I need to go get some bakery goods, and he needs to go look at some beads, and that owl's nice. We'll just walk around in circles for 5 minutes.
Prod.
You just get knob.
Sorry.
The palace area was surrounded by an iron grating with a lush garden upon all sides.
That is a lot of iron grating.
That's a lot of gardens. The group was admitted through the gilded gateway, and Grignir was led along. Led along?
That is meant to be led and along, but
Yeah, I like led along. It sounds better.
Led along. Sounds like a nice
led
man.
along a stone pathway bordered by plush vegetation.
excellent.
Wait, rather, surely lush vegetation?
No. It is cuddly vegetation.
It's like fluffy toys.
Together.
It's a very, very active cotton
Do
plant.
not worry. This is not just plus vegetation.
It's lustfully. It's lustful vegetation. You walk past this carrot, it's like...
It's been
fucking
enhanced
bitch.
lustfully.
Yeah.
Carrot's winking at you.
It's the fucking moon making it lustful. It's like any moonlight. I do anything in the moonlight. I fuck it. It doesn't matter what it is.
Grignir like points his big old willy at these plants.
It's alright.
Stop that, Grignir.
No. Yes.
You need to say that sentence now.
What
Yeah.
sentence? Oh,
Sorry.
Plus vegetation.
and we'll go back to plush vegetation lustfully enhanced by the moon's shimmering rays. Upon reaching the palace, the group was granted entrance, and after several minutes of explanation, led through several winding corridors to a richly draped chamber.
Wait, how many feet were flying around there? About 5, sir.
And why did you throw a foot at him?
And then
What's
they
wrong with
killed
like
my cow friend. We had a cow in the guard.
confront? Do you want to? Shall I carry on? Or does
Things
someone
me
else want
now.
to go? All right, go on.
I'm sorry to say. Confronting the group was a short, stocky man seated upon a golden throne. Tapestries of richly draped regal blue silk covered all the walls of the chamber.
That's clearly that's silver.
Is it silk?
Silver.
Silk? The steps leading to the throne were plated with sparkling white ivory. The man upon the throne had a naked wench seated at each of
There's
his
a lot of
arms,
wenches around here.
and a trusted advisor seated in back of him.
What? Like you're giving him a piggyback.
me! I am part of the ruler.
Is it like that guy from Total Recall?
No, wait.
Oh god, Quaid.
What the hell?
Grignir, start the reactor.
At each corner of the chamber, a guard stood at attention, with upraised pikes supported in their hands, golden chainmail adorning their torsos.
Oh no, we're
torsos,
gold
what?
hawking again.
And
Oh god.
barred helmets emitting scarlet plumes enshrouding their heads. A man
This
rose.
golden army
What?
is so heavy. This golden armor is so heavy, and all the smoke coming out of the helmet.
Well, he's a palace guard. He's supposed to look bling rather than.
Yes,
be
but there's literally like smoking, like red plumes of smoke coming out of that helmet.
That's normal.
No, it's not.
They have to replace the liquid in there every 5 minutes to keep emitting the smoke. Anyway, the man rose from his throne to the dais surrounding it. His plush turquoise robe dangled loosely from his chunky frame.
Right, so they're making like plush robes now.
Grignir
At least it's not lustful.
decapitated or cut the oval off a man who threw his foot at him, and he's being brought before royalty.
This is obviously so that he can cut more. Like already in this picture, he's removed the ovals from this man's eyes. Like, he's got to quick hide my ovals. He won't
And
get
why
me
would
now.
royalty care that some cowman threw a foot at a dude because he like was
I know,
squeezing a
why would he
prostitute
give a
to
shit?
death?
Look, no, but sire, this is an accordion. You've always wanted an accordion to play at your anniversary ceremony.
My lord, he was crushing her nipples.
Terrible crime.
So, kind of history-wise, what is a throne? Is a throne reserved for royalty, or can anyone have a throne?
Thrones
Normally
aren't
for royalty.
necessarily. Yeah,
Normally
but
for royalty.
generally, a ruling person can also have a throne. Like a knight could have a throne. It's
Okay, so
used-
it doesn't matter that he used that word.
No.
God damn it.
Let's have a look.
thrones are just like where a person of particular status is. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
or a
the
sovereign
the
bishop
sol-
or similar figure.
The
Yeah, a
soldiers
throne is the
surrounding
seat of a
Grigar-
state.
Fuck!
Yeah. Sorry.
Maybe
Go on.
he's a ruler.
Well, he's going to be a lot of things, I think.
He's
The
gonna be
soldiers
amazing.
surrounding Grignar fell to their knees with heads bowed to the stone masonry of floor and fearful dignity to their sovereign liege.
Ow! The stone floor. As they
Ow.
just like hit their heads.
Bonk.
Explain the purpose of this intrusion upon my chateau, which was
Well, so-
previously a palace.
A palace.
Well, sir, we let him
Our
in.
house.
You let us let him in.
Your serenity, serenity.
Yes, he said your serenity.
Your serenity,
That was good fun.
resplendent in noble grandeur. We have brought this yokel before you. Why though? Why? The soldier gestured towards Grignar in brackets for some fucking reason.
Not ending the dialogue at all.
Yeah.
No, don't do that. I like the
the-
idea that they're just going. We have brought this yokel to you. The soldier gestured towards Grignar.
Yeah,
just
because-
saying it.
Because he's probably nearsighted. He has the advisor sat in back of him has proper vision.
I'm
and he
the
sort
one
of-
with the eyes.
It's
I
like,
got the
he's-
eyes.
He's gesturing towards Grignar. I know his name.
I have the eyes.
For the redress and the all-knowing wisdom and judgment regarding his fate, down on your knees, lout, and pray proper homage to your sovereign, commanded the pudgy noble of Grignar. He's a noble now.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
By the surly beard of Mifk, Grignar kneels to no man, scowled the massive barbarian. You dare
I want to know of this god.
What, Mifk?
Marifk.
Yes.
Wait,
This is-
Marific?
Mifk.
Marific.
Mifk.
Why is
Emma-
everything so complicated to
I
say? in
don't
this
know.
Because
context?
this is Conan or not Conan.
It's Konar. You dare deal this blasphemous act to me? You are indeed brave, stranger, yet your valor smacks of foolishness. I find you to be the only fool sitting upon your pompous throne, enhancing the rolling flaps of your belly in the midst of your elevated luxuriard. Very ellipses for some fucking
Oh,
reason.
that's luxuriant. There is
Luxuriant,
no art
sorry.
there. It is a luxuriant. It's a well-known palace design. No, it wasn't.
What does that ellipses mean?
Those are some serious dots of action.
What? Grignar trails off?
I guess so. He just gets
that's-
bored mid-sentence.
Yeah, he's just like, yeah.
The soldier standing at Grignar's side smote him a heavy blow in the face with the flat of his sword.
That's probably why you trailed off.
Oh, I see, I'm an idiot. Cutting short the harsh words and knocking his battered helmet to the masonry with an echoing clang.
Clang.
The
Clang.
porchy noble's sagging round face flushed suddenly pale, then pastily lit up to a lustrous cherry red radiance. For fuck's sake. His
How
lips
dare you
trembled-
hit How dare you hit Grignar? That was my job.
Yes. Oh, I'm angry. He's doing one of those anime things where they wait with the reaction until a person that's insulting him has finished the entire sentence. His lips trembled with malicious rage while emitting a muffled sibilant gibberish. His sagging flaps rolled like a tub of upset jelly, then compressed as he sucked his gut in an attempt to conceal his softness. I passed the torch on to Kiko, who was getting mercifully... Okay, the pages in this has gotten more and more yellow as we've gotten
know,
down.
by the way, he has gone from being a noble to a prince now.
Oh, yeah, so he has.
The
Isn't
prince
that-
regained his stature, then spoke to the soldiers surrounding Grignar, his face conforming to an ugly expression of sadistic humor. Take this uncouth heathen to the vault of misery, and be sure that his agonies are long and drawn out before death can release him.
I like that he
As-
has a vault of misery.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you have a vault of misery, a
I
vault
call that
of
my,
wild
fucking
agitation, and
pantry.
also a vault of cheese.
Yes. Good vault. Need a maze before it, though.
Yeah, I'm amazed at how's this cheese.
No mazes. As you wish, sire. Your command shall be heeded immediately, answered the soldier to the right of Grignar as he stared to the barbarian's seemingly unaffected face. well, of course, it'd be unaffected by words. You haven't hit him with the flat of your sword, which, by the way, isn't the best way to hit someone. Hit them with the pommel of your sword, not
Yeah.
the flat.
Accidentally cut him open. Whoops.
The advisor seated in the back of the noble, still seated in the back,
No,
slowly rose and advanced to the side of his master, motioning the wenches seated at his side to remove themselves.
I just
He lowered
imagine
his
the
head.
noble like that cat bus from Totoro. He's just
Oh,
sat in
yeah.
the back.
He lowered his head and whispered to the noble, "Eminence, the punishment you have decreed will
Punishment?
cause much misery to this scum. Yet it will only last a short time. Then release him to a land beyond the sufferings of the human body. Why not mellow him in one of the subterranean vaults for a few days? Then send him to hard labor in one of your buried mines. To one such as he, a life spent in the confinement of the Stygian pits will be infinitely more appropriate and lasting torture."
Just
The
to
noble-
clarify, basically, his crime was. What?
Kill a
exactly?
guy.
Crushing a woman's nipples and then killing a cow man.
To be fair, the cowman started by throwing a foot at him.
He sort of did, yeah. And what the fuck is a buried mine?
Well,
It's like a regular mine, but it's like covered up.
Well,
one-
they
it's
covered it up, yeah.
It's some of that idiot work you sometimes get in the military. Dig a hole and fill it again. It's like,
The noble,
Yeah.
the noble cupped his drooping double chin in the folds of his briming palm, meditating for a moment upon the rationality of the councillor's words, then raised his shaggy brown eyebrows and turned towards the advisor, eyes aglow. "As always,
Look at that name.
as always,
It's like
let
a
me try
fucking
again.
sneeze and hit the keyboard.
As always, Agafund, you speak with great wisdom.
Shit.
Your words ring of great knowledge concerning the nature of one such as he, saith the king.
also, notice here, Agafund has gotten a name. This means
Yes.
he is important.
Yep.
Grigna is
The
the
no-
only one that's been named. Not even the wench, not even the king.
But
Agafund has been named. Agafund has been
basically
named.
looks like he got with Aga and then just accidentally leaned on it on the keyboard.
Seriously,
It's like,
he just sneezed and hit his head on it.
I have a sneaking suspicion that Agafund is going to be the real villain here. Not the prince, not the guards. Agafund is going to be the Jafar of the story.
no.
Wait, you mean the prince noble?
Yes.
Not the power in
Wait,
the
the
throne.
king. He's now a king.
Oh, fuck me.
No, wait. You mean to tell me that the power in the throne is going to be the evil villain?
Yes. But not the actual king prince.
Don't you mean the
noble.
power literally
Oh, wait,
in the
wait.
spine of the king?
He's now a noble. The noble turned towards the prisoner with a noticeable shimmer reflecting in his frog-like eyes.
Notice
and
that
his
he was
lip-
a king 3 words
Not
before
a
he was a
sentence
noble.
ago.
3 words before he was a noble.
and his lips contorting to a greasy grin. "I have decided to void my previous decree. The prisoner shall be removed to one of the palace's underground vaults. There he shall stay until I have decided that he has sufficiently simmered, because apparently he is a boiling pot."
And when Grigner is simmered well, turn him over. Simmer
Yeah.
on the other side.
Yeah.
Indeed,
Fuck him.
indeed. It's like, whereupon he is to be allowed to spend the remainder of his days at labor in one of my mines. I will do one little segment of this more, and then it will be passing over. Upon hearing this, Grigner realized that his fate would be far less merciful than death to one such as he, who is used to roaming the countryside at will. A life of confinement would be more than his body and mind could stand up to. Wait, so killing people is fine. No, 4 walls and a roof.
I was
no!
about to say, like, Grigner was perfectly content with getting snuffed out here, but he's just like, fucking prison, not my life.
Give me death. Don't give me any form of comfort.
I did not see this coming at all when they captured
like-
me in the tavern when I decided to surrender.
By the way, let us restate what we just said at the beginning of this tiny segment by saying this type of life would be immeasurably worse than death. And
Yes.
now, Helloween, it is all to you.
Excellent. I shall never understand the ways if your twisted civilization. I simply defend my honor and am condemned to life confinement by a pig who sits on his royal ass wooing whores and knows nothing of the affairs of the land he imagines to rule. Lectures Grigner? Question mark.
So, isn't that exactly what Grigner went to a tavern to go and do?
Hold on. So
Yeah, I guess so, yes.
what does a random barbarian of Grigner that he happens to just stroll into the city after running away from another city know about the like?
Well, this
Well,
is
He's a
basically
statecrafter.
he is trying his best to be not Conan, and not Conan was educated.
yeah,
This
but
unfortunately is not Conan, who instead of actually learning properly about the land, got the everyone's guides, like the dumb guides what are they called?
You mean the Dummy's Guide to Politics?
Yeah, a dummy's guide to like not-conan land. And he just like read that, and it's like, purpose. Killing bovine people. Right, got it.
I mean, don't worry about it too much. I mean, Grigner is question marked here, so he's not too sure about his little statement.
Yeah.
But
They're not sure if he's lecturing.
There aren't any feet flying around to like start combat. So basically, every single combat is going to be a foot flies somewhere.
Yeah. Oh god, the next sentence.
Enough of this. Away with the slut before I lose my control.
It's loose my.
Oh, sorry,
control.
right. I lose my control.
And also, Grigner is now the slut.
Yeah.
I thought-
Before he was the guard, there was the slut.
Wait, the guy from
killed.
Oglaf?
No, not Ivan.
He was a good man.
I don't know why he slut shames people. I don't think Jim Tyson knows what a slut is.
I don't think he does.
Also, things are about to get foot combat-y.
The best thing is that Grigner still didn't think he was in trouble until someone's like,
I'm fine. I'm fine. Wait.
Wait a minute. They're
I'm
actually going to do it, those madmen.
I was
Those
justified in my. Oh god, the next page has the noble smoking a blunt.
Oh, does he? Oh, yes, he does.
So let me get
420.
this straight. Was
Right.
the guy above actually the picture of our good old noble Agathond?
I think that's
No, no.
Agathond, yeah.
Are you
think
sure?
it's
Are you sure that's not by the beard of Mithric? I mean, that's got a beard.
Is that the surly beard of Mifk?
I think that's
Any-
I think that's
anyway,
the beard of. Yeah,
There
it
is
is.
peril that he can now finally see because he's not blind anymore.
Oh, I've
God.
lost myself. Where are we built a slut? Okay. Seeing the peril of his position, Grignir searched for an opening. Crushing Prudence to the sword, he ploughed into the soldier at his left arm, winding it back up again.
This is the second
Taking-
time he's written
How
sword
is he
like
doing
that.
this from a kneeling position?
You know, because no one bothered to stop
No,
the crazy
I thought
titan.
I thought Grigner didn't kneel. That
Wait,
was
let me.
He got pissed.
No, he kneeled, then he got smacked in the face, presumably making him kneel, I guess.
No, he didn't kneel. I think he was. I refused to
He
kneel.
just got
then
hit and stood up still. Like,
Yeah, he was I guess I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Taking hold of his sword, now sword correctly, and bounding to the dais supporting the prince before the startled guards could regain their composure.
Your sword. Why did you not disarm the prisoner? The man.
Why are
the
the guards
size of a titan?
startled? The man just got sentenced to death, basically.
Wait,
and they're startled he's trying
actually
something.
resisting arrest? We are terrible guards not to realize this.
Agathond leaped Grignir and his... Leaped Grignir and his sire.
Both are Grignir
Wait, he
and
like
his
flies
sire.
over them and found
Yep.
a sword blade permeating the length of his ribs before he could loose to his weapon.
By the way, it doesn't state it's Grignir's. He's just like, oh, wouldn't you know I've been impaled by a sword this whole time?
He shouldn't have jumped. I'm just an advisor. What the fuck is this?
All right, let's get down to the blunty councillor. Right. The councillor slumped to his knees as Grignir slid his crimson blade from Agathond's ribcage. Oh, so he
wow.
snuffed it then.
Yes,
Oh.
Agathond's dead. Oh well.
No, this isn't Agathond. There's an A missing. It's now Agthond.
Oh, yeah, so this is Agathond.
This is now the
he
doppelganger
stabbed one of
Agthond.
he stabbed one of the letters out of his name.
Look at the next sentence though. The fat prince stood undulating. Whoa, whoa.
Oh, fuck me.
Why aren't the guards doing anything?
In insurmountable fear before the edge of the fiery maned comet. he's suddenly made of ice and stone. Woo!
From
Wait,
the-
how did that comet get in here?
His flabs of jellied blubber pulsating to and fro in ripples of flowing terror. Wait, is this before or after he gets high as fuck? Look at that guy.
I don't know.
I'm just wondering why the guards are just stood here going, we're not allowed to do anything in the cutscene, we'll just wait here.
It's a
Basically, he's just sounded like, you know, Agathon would be really cool right now, man, if you could just fucking jump over me.
I've got that sire. Oh, no, I found a sword in my chest.
Get
Oh,
Agathond.
Jeez, I shouldn't have smoked this thing. Whew. Alright. Where is your wisdom and power now, your majesty? Growled
He just
Grignir.
killed his advisor and is asking him
Ah,
what.
his advisor is
He's the
middle-
prince again. He's the prince again.
Oh, for fuck's
He's
sake!
gone from being a noble to a prince to a
To the king.
to a noble back to a prince.
The
This
prince
guy
went
has
rigid as Grignir discerned him.
discerned.
Also, notice that every time someone says something, it's never said Grignir or anything like that. It's always now Grignir growls before the guy undulated something. Now it's
It's undulated.
it's just a fucking thesaurus. He doesn't want to say prince twice in a row, so he just defaults
Makes
to
him a new
noble
word.
or
Yeah.
palace or accountant or whatever the
Wait,
fuck.
shut
like
up.
I've always been demoted to like librarian at one point. Just-
Probably.
oh, this next bit will be good for you.
Where are we going?
Went rigid.
as Grigner discerned him, glazing over his shoulder. Yeah, he looks pretty glazed.
What?
His swiveled to what?
No,
Glazing. Isn't that yop? He yopped over his shoulder.
That's not swiveled. That's not swiveled. That's swillived.
Is it? Well, yeah. He swillived to note the cause of the noble's attention, raised his sword over his head, and prepared to leash a vicious downward cleft.
That's a
Yeah,
cue.
But fell short.
Not Grigner's downward cleft.
But fell short as the haffy of steel rhymed pike. What?
You can tell Jim
right.
Tice has gotten excited while he was writing this. Oh god, it's combat.
He's
It's
trying to
combat.
say the haft of a steel-rimmed pike, but it's the haft
It's
of a
rhymed, though, isn't
steel-rhymed
it?
pike.
It's,
Yes.
it's the haffy of a steel rhymed pike.
This
Clashed
is
against his
Grigner's
unguarded
signature
skull.
move here.
Oh yeah, the helmet was removed.
Oh yeah, it
Then
fell off.
blackness and solitude, silence. Silencio? Silencio.
Silencio.
Enshrouding an ever peaceful reign supreme.
Okay.
Yep.
Before me, Sirrah. Before me, as always. Ha 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 ha. Nobly cackled. Wait, it's a
Nobly
nobly
cackled,
cackled.
sir.
I like to think this is Agafund, the guy
Wait,
who
is that
spelled
nobly?
properly.
Is that nobly?
That is nobly. Nobly.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that is nobly.
You sure it doesn't? Nobly doesn't have LEY at the end.
I think it does. Nobly. No, that is right.
Oh,
It's
that's
from a
disappointing.
family of high rank. That is correct.
Also notice
how-
that even his use of ellipses wrong, but he's actually using 3 dots instead of 2, like fucking bokes, or 4, like fucking bokes. It's 3 proper
here is
ellipses.
Here is an ironic thing. He couldn't get the haffy of a steel-rhymed pike right, but he could get Sirrah right.
But not more importantly, why is this fat piece of shit able to beat up our Titan?
He didn't. The
So who
guards
beat-
did. The guards
Wait.
finally actually did something.
But wasn't the king? Hold on, the king was on the throne, presumably at the top of some stairs or something,
Yes, he was.
right? Grignir was up by that point.
Grignir went, you know what, I'm actually going to charge. And
Yeah, he swallived over to him.
Yeah,
but
then
alright,
then the guards realised, wait, we have reach weapons here.
No,
they
no,
have
what happened was-
range.
he was moving towards the noble.
I need a map for this
And
shit.
then fucking Agafin did some checkers type bullshit and jumped over the prince noble
Then
accountant.
Grignir mocks him. And
then he stabbed himself upon Grignar's sword, and
Oh,
then Grignir is about to
And then-
smite the noble, and then the guards show up because they took
well, what
that
actually,
long.
it's actually a little clever here because he's like, well, where's your wisdom and power now? The prince actually looks over. He looks over Grignar's shoulder, and he actually, instead of gutting the prince, goes, "Huh! I wonder why. Wait, they have ranged weapons and then he just fought because suddenly he then realized he has a sword, even though he's the size of a titan. These guys have even longer. These legendary steel rhymed pikes.
Oh yes,
And apparently they can knock people unconscious. Pikes don't knock people unconscious. What they do is they skewer people.
So far, Grignir's beaten up a few dudes. He stabbed a couple of guys, got a foot thrown at him, and then got duffed up in a palace.
Ah, but he killed
Yes.
a cowman. Remember,
he's
he killed a
crushed-
cowman.
He did
crushed
kill
some
Cowman.
nipples,
Yeah, and he crushed nipples.
and he saw a nose that
Really?
wasn't see through.
ripping pepperoni that lady's
Conan
breasts.
would have actually been remarkably respectful to this man. Most
Conan,
likely.
Conan
because-
was wise.
Yes, Conan was wise. Conan would have not gone around crushing nipples and then killing cow people.
A lot of people actually think Conan is dumb. Is dumb because they watched the Arnold movie, and Arnold sort of comes across as a bit of a dope.
Oh, is
but-
that the one where he asks that lady for directions? She gets naked, tries to have sex with him, turns into a snake woman, he throws her in a fire.
Yes.
Ah, that's the one.
No,
Right, okay, I'm with
Conan
you.
was a smart man. He was king for a while.
Now we're on section 3 now.
So that's me then. Consciousness returned to Grigna in Stygian pools as his mind gradually cleared of the cobwebs cluttering his inner recesses. Fuck. Yet. Okay, this sort of makes sense, but my brain can't.
So there are
parse
spiders
these
in his
words.
brain.
Yes.
Right, makes sense now.
Yet the Stygian cloud of charcoal ebony remained. Okay, how
Right.
many times have we been Stygian here? Twice.
Very,
Twice
with
in one
maximum
sentence.
Stygian.
Yeah, twice in one sentence.
An incompatible shield of blackness enhanced by bleak absence of sound. Okay.
This thing doesn't mesh with anything but I have here. Also, it's cool. Shield of blackness.
Grigna's muddled brain reeled from the shock of the blow he had received to the base of his skull
With a pike.
with a pike. You sort of can do that. You can hit them with the other end. Usually the end of a pike has some
You
metal
seen how
nub
long
on
a
it.
pike is?
Yeah, but if you hold it at the middle, it's just as long to hit with the other end than it is the other one. One end as this is the other.
I would also like to draw to your attention the time period in which the pike was made.
I don't know what time period we're in. Where are we? Are we in Swindon? Oh, sorry. The events leading to his predicament were slow to filter back to him. He dickered? Is that a word?
That is actually a word.
Okay. With the notion that he had been dead and had descended or sunk, however it may be, to the shadowland beyond the aperture of the grave. But rejected this hypothesis when his memory sifted back within his grips, and there's a thee trying to flee the
That's the
sentence
next
below.
slide. That's
when
the next
when
slide.
someone just wrote something and it literally doesn't mean anything. It's just utter drivel.
Man, I've got to edit this, but my delete key's broken. Better just keep writing.
But it's just like, I'm going to write a story, and after like 3 pages, no one is going to know what the hell is going on.
You know what? There's an easier way to write this. Let's see. Like Grignar reacts. Like you could just say, Grignar held his head and wondered from the blackness if he had in fact passed the realm beyond. He decided against this, however, and considered his surroundings. There you go! Did it better!
But the thing about this is, writing with a typewriter, you can change letters by blotting them out and then putting another one in, but it's difficult to add words. You have to rewrite the entire fucking thing. And I don't think Tice was asked. Anyway,
yeah, I mean, I can see why after looking at this. Can you imagine trying to rewrite this damn thing? It's hard enough reading it.
But rejected this hypothesis when his memory sifted back within its grips. This was not the land of the dead. It was something infinitely more the precarious than anything the grave could offer. Death promised an infinity of peace, not the
Finite.
finite.
Or finite.
I think there's an E
Is-
there.
or it's finito.
Yeah,
Finito.
finite isery of an inactive life of confined torture, forever concealed from the life-bearing shafts of the beloved rising sun. Life-bearing shaft. That sounds like something someone would say in a hentai.
Also, more orbs.
Satan, great God.
Oh
my
god. The orb that had been before taken for granted, yet now cherished above all else, to the forever refused further
Hold on.
glimpses of the
Sorry,
snow-capped
I gotta
summits
stop
of...
a sec.
What?
Grignar's been underground for like 20 minutes.
He's got severe vitamin D deficiency now.
This guy
He's
has...
literally been conked on
Actually,
the
no,
head.
I think I figured it out. Grignar just has severe claustrophobia.
Maybe. Like, but
Probably.
let's be honest, right? If he was unconscious for more than a few minutes, he'd be completely brain damaged to begin with. So he's been unconscious for a few minutes. He wakes up and goes, the
We have
sun!
to realise, however, that his head is so empty. There are spider webs in it. He's
It's
probably
true.
okay. The
or
spider
he got
silk
too
just
close to the dawn
cushioned his
machine.
brain.
That or he got too close to the dawn machine.
To be
the
forever refused further glimpses of snow-capped summits of the land of his birth, never again to witness the thrill of plundering unexplored lands beyond the crest of a bleeding horizon, and perhaps worst of all, the denial to ever again encompass the lustful excitement of caressing the naked curves of the body of a trim-yound wench.
It's from Yound Wench.
What the fuck?
They are a very different type of wench, the yound wench.
Yeah, the yound wench. It's like a dire wench, but not quite.
It's like a dire wench.
Chapter 3.5's coming up soon.
It's like a regular wench,
Jesus
but more
Christ.
yound.
This was indeed one of the buried chasms of hell, concealed, capitalized hell here, concealed within the inner depths of the palace despised interior. A fearful ebony chamber devised to drive to the brinks of insanity the minds of the unfortunately condemned, through the inapt solitude of limbo and listless dreary silence.
Well,
The
they've
3.5
been already, and
like-
he's
He's
been there like...
like 5 minutes.
Yep. Sire, we literally just shut the door and he's already mad.
Like, you imagine that? This is Grignar the Barbarian. He's hardcore. He stabs dudes, sleeps around, and he gets
Sire,
locked in the door
Sire,
for 5
we
minutes.
don't even need to lock him up. Just put a bag over his head. 5 seconds later. No!
Yeah,
goes
he's getting
apeshit.
really confused. He's getting really confused. They just put a
He's like one of those
a
fucking
Band-Aid
eagles. They
on
put a
his
little
eyes.
hat on him that has no eyes. It's like,
And he's like, "This dude's you in abyss." He's got a hat on.
The next
Sire,
page is
perhaps-
blue. Why?
Sire, perhaps we have overestimated these barbarians. We shall just attack them at night when they are wondering if the world has ended or not.
The fucking next page is blue. We went from yellow to yellower to almost fucking
That
piss
is
yellow.
blue because of the mood he is in.
Oh, I
got-
see. I think
When
it's
we get to chapter 4, I feel like we have to stop. We've got some
yeah.
bits
I mean,
need to do,
then
but-
we've done an hour and a bit, and I think that would be okay.
right, whose go is it?
Me, I
Keeliko.
I could carry this off if you wish.
How are we?
We-
Oh god, yeah.
no,
This is a long one. I think.
A tidally run, start again. This is rung, not run. A tightly
Tightly
rung
rung.
elliptical circle of or torches cast their wavering shafts, prancing morbidly over the smooth surface of a rectangular ridged altar. Expertly chiseled forms of grotesque gargoyles graced the oblique rim, protubrating the length of the grim orifice of death, staring forever ahead into nothingness in complete ignorance of the bloody rites enacted in their presence. Brown flaking stains decorated the golden surface of the ridge surrounding the altar, which banked to a small slit at the lower right corner of the altar, so it's just sort of banking like a boat or something. The slit stood above a crudely pounded pail, which had several silver mesh chalices hanging at its sides, dangling at the rim of golden mallet, the handle of which was engraved with the images of twisted faces and groved at its far end with slots designed for a snug hand grip. The head of the mallet was slightly larger than a clenched fist and shaped into a smooth oval mass. And that there was altar description porn.
What's happening?
Whole segment. That's just an altar.
Is this like when Tolkien's hungry and spends 5 pages writing about blueberry pie or something?
Yeah, but like with less skill.
Encircling the marble altar was a congregation of leering shaman. Eerie chants of a bygone age, originating unknown eons before the memory of man.
Hold on. Sorry. I need to go up a minute. He was in the Stygian abyss that contains nothing. Hold on, wait.
This is elsewhere.
I don't think he's here.
Wait, so he's somewhere else now?
This is elsewhere.
No, he's not here at all. This is something else.
He's setting something up, I think.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm so sorry. I was about to say, because the Stygian abyss was silent,
These
apparently.
are before the memory of man, so maybe these are cow people. I don't know.
Yeah.
Eerie chants of a bygone age, originating unknown eons before the memory of man, were being uttered from the buried recesses of the Acolytes' deep lings.
Acolytes now, not shaman anymore.
Acolytes' deep lings.
Hold on, they're going to be priests in a second.
What the fuck is a deep ling?
We may never know.
Is it like a tiny Asian man?
Orange paint was smeared in generous globules over the tops of priests' wrinkled, shaven scalps, while golden rings projected from the lobes of their pink ears. Ornate robes of luscious purple satin enclosed their bulging torsos, attached around their waists with silvered silk lashes, latched with ebony buckles in the shape of morose, misshaped skulls. Dangling around their necks, oval-fashioned medallions held by thin gold chains, featuring in their centers blood-red rubies, spelt incorrectly, which resembled crimson fetish eyeballs. Cushioning their bare feet were plush red felt slippers with pointed golden spikes projecting from their tips.
So they've got these like horrific, like culty kind of things. They got these really comfy old slippers on. Ooh, this is
well,
nice.
Yes, they're just like, well, what a bunch of things to do. We'll get into our little like cultist nightgown.
Steve, you didn't bring the correct footwear. I'm so sorry.
But these are far more. Wait, these are far more comfortable.
We're going to be standing for a while, so you want your feet well and cushioned. It needs to be good.
Situated in front of the altar, and directly adjacent to the copper pail, was a massive jade idol, a misshaped, hideous bust of the shaman's pagan deity.
There's shamans again. There were shaman, then there were acolytes, then there were priests, now there's shamans again, so I think there'll be acolytes again next. I'm betting here.
Yep. The shimmering green idol was placed in a sitting posture on an ornately carved golden throne raised upon a rond, devory-plated dais. Its bulging arms and webbed hands...
Devory?
Yes, devory.
As opposed to ivory, I guess.
Yep, devory is better.
Okay.
Its bulging arms and webbed hands resting on the padded arms of the seat.
Devory is a musical group. Drone jazz.
Its head was entwined in golden snake, like coils hanging over its oblong ears, which tapered off to thin hollow points. Its nose was a bulging triangular mass, sunken in at its sides with toe-gaping nostrils. Dramatic beneath the nostrils was a twisted, shaggy-lipped mouth, giving the impression of a slobbering, sadistic grimace.
It's physically painful reading this, isn't it?
Yes, let's get to 4 and then call it for now.
At the foot of the heathen deity, a slender, pale-faced female, naked but for a golden, jeweled harness enshrouding her huge, outcropping breasts, supporting long silver laces which extended to her thigh, stood before the pearl-white field with noticeable shivers travelling up and down the length of her exquisitely moulded body. Her delicate lips trembled beneath soft, narrow hands as she attempted to conceal herself from the piercing stare of the ambivalent idol.
If it's ambivalent, it's not much of a piercing stare, is it?
Exactly.
It doesn't give a shit.
I could stare, or not. I don't really care.
Glaring directly down towards her was the stony, cycloptic face of the bloated deity, gaping from its single oblong socket, was scintillating many-fauceted scarlet emerald, a brilliant gem seeming to possess a life all its own, a priceless gleaming stone, capable of domineering the wealth of conquering empires. The Eye of Argon. Title drop. End of chapter 3.5.
End of chapter. And next time we shall return where all knowledge of measuring time has escaped Grigar. This is his fate now.
Well, when you are deprived of the sun, moon, and stars, that will happen.
Fucking idiot! This is 5 minutes later. He's like, oh,
Yeah, he's still got the hat on. He's like, oh.
dun, dun, dun. Okay, yeah. Let's stop it for here. But yeah,
Nice.
time for listening, man, and GN.
See you later.
Say GN to the mentor.
Oh, Jim.
There you go. All right.